If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call?
Police?
Ghostbusters!
Oh no!
I'm here to represent Gen X.
How do you think marketing for brokers actually could help them?
Don't tell me a story, don't send me a reel, give me some documentation, give me some evidence. We're also the generation that bought our first homes right before the mortgage crash. Oh, I have heard of Twitch. You're X.
X, I'm sorry, right.
We don't talk about Z here.
Welcome to another exciting episode of A&T Digest, the go-to video for insights into the mortgage industry. I'm your host, Nikita Vernidup, and today we're diving into a very special topic, how mortgage brokers can work more effectively with Generation X borrowers. With us, Michael Pearson, Senior Vice President of Business Development, who brings a wealth of knowledge on this subject. Stay tuned as we explore the unique needs and the preferences of Gen X homebuyers and discuss strategies for successful engagement. Michael, good afternoon. Welcome back. As always, I'm really happy having you here. Thank you so much for joining us for another digest.
Awesome to be here. This is my first time without the couch. So
Right?
This is a new look.
Yeah, right.
New look and feel.
Now
I like
it's
it.
more personal,
This is a
right?
nice
Personal.
setup.
That's why I have more personal questions to you today.
Okay, perfect.
Have you seen the updates in the digest room today?
I have, absolutely. This has been exciting to kind of delve into the different groups and characteristics of different generations. So I'm here to represent Gen X.
Wonderful.
The best generation.
Right. So the topic is actually pretty popular today, like nowadays, I would say. By the way, how do you like the cups that we have today?
That's nice. I got to get a couple of those if I could. They're
Right,
very
me
nice.
too,
It's a
actually.
nice
Yeah,
touch.
grab one for me too, please, because like they're not giving me anything here. So you're Generation X, right?
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
at the end of Generation X.
Well, like, yeah,
but I'm
still
still
in that.
technically
Okay.
Generation X.
I have a game for you.
Okay.
Since there's like a big gap between the generations.
Can we stop saying how big the gap is? I mean, you're talking 2 letters.
The game is basically pretty simple. I'm just gonna give you some names, some not just like the personal names, but it could be anything from our generation that you might don't know. But we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, well, I got a surprise for you.
You came prepared.
Because I happen to have my questions.
I knew it.
So why don't you try to give me some Gen Zs?
Right.
I'll try to give you some Gen X, and we'll see who's better, who can cross the generational divide better.
Sounds good.
All right.
Would you like to start?
No, you first, please.
Oh, thank you.
Host first.
That's gonna be about the person.
Okay.
He is my age.
Okay.
He is known for his fast-paced and high-production videos, which feature elaborate challenges and large giveaways. With over 234 million subscribers,
I think I know this one.
he is the most subscribed individual on YouTube and the second most subscribed channel overall.
Okay. Now it helps that I have an 18-year-old child.
Oh,
that helps a lot.
yeah.
What we talking, Mr. Beast?
Exactly.
All right.
That was pretty clean.
1-0. Okay. Mine might be a little bit tougher for you.
Oh.
Because you don't have a 75-year-old son to know these
Yeah,
references.
That's true.
Let's go back to the 80s. Okay.
Oh no.
You ready?
No.
All right. Who protects Eternia from the evil forces of Skeletor?
Oh my God.
Nothing.
Nothing.
He-Man. You don't know He-Man?
No idea.
Your turn.
Who is the He-Man?
It was a cartoon in the 80s.
Oh wow.
All right. Yeah, whatever.
I have homework for today then.
There you go. Google it.
American video live streaming service that focuses on video game live streaming, including broadcasts of esports competitions, in addition to offering music broadcasts, creative content, and real live streams.
What's the question? Am I supposed to know what that is?
Platform.
Oh, I have no idea.
That's called Twitch.
Oh, I have heard of Twitch.
See, yeah, it's actually like insanely popular platform that all of the people from my generation,
I was gonna say I would not market Generation X mortgages on Twitch. I think that might be a bad idea.
Well,
Okay. If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call?
police. I guess.
Ghostbusters.
Oh no.
That's from the lyrics
Yeah.
from the Ghostbusters
All
theme
right.
song. All right, go ahead. Your turn.
That's a band.
A
That's
band.
a band. Yeah, that's
Okay,
a band.
all right.
They are also known as the Bangtan Boys. South Korean.
I know this one. Hold on.
Should I continue?
Yeah. Keep going so I can try to think.
South Korean boy band formed in 2010 as of 2023, that band is the best-selling musical act in South
know
Korean
this.
history, according to the Circle chart, having sold in excess of 40 million albums.
BTS.
Oh, Michael, you're a rock star.
Generational
Michael is
champion.
the rock star.
All right, I will give you an equally as easy question.
Yes, please.
There's only one correct answer for this.
All right.
What is the correct number of red balloons?
1.
No! You remember the song 99 Red Balloons?
No idea.
It's
I'm
hurtful.
doing bad.
I think you need to do some research.
Yeah.
I think you need to go back. All right, let's do one more.
Sure.
All right, you go first.
I'm sure you know both of these questions.
Come on, give me a tough one.
All right.
Come on, I'm killing you right now.
I mean, I prepared them because, like
I told
thought
you, we're the
know.
generation that researches.
All right.
so
Yeah.
there you go.
All right. You don't have time to research it now, so.
No, I don't.
Soccer player
Okay.
from Portuguese, Portuguese soccer player, Portugal.
Oh, yeah.
Widely regarded as one of the greatest
Ronaldo.
players. Oh my God. I didn't even get to the fun part. Signature celebration shoo, has become a vital hit in the recent seasons.
All right.
And
I
you
gotta,
know it.
I gotta find one that you can do. Let's see. You don't know how tall a Smurf is. No.
Might know
Okay.
who they are.
All right. If you owned a DeLorean, do you know what a DeLorean car is?
Yeah.
Okay. If you owned a DeLorean and you were flying down the interstate and you got it up to 88 miles per hour, what might happen to you?
It's gonna blow.
Well, it might for real.
Yeah.
Those were not the most reliable cars. You ever seen the movie Back to the Future?
Yeah, but it was a long time ago.
You got the DeLorean up to 88 miles per hour. You could go back in the past. You could time travel
Right.
on the DeLorean at 88 miles per hour.
But you can blow, right? The car can blow.
Well, in real life, yeah. Yeah, that's probably what would happen.
Thanks for the movie.
All right.
But by the way, the movie is actually great.
So is this good?
Yeah.
Are
I have
you-
the last
Are
one.
you? Oh, your last. Okay.
Yeah, but like
Okay.
I'm sure that you know it because we had digest about it.
So I was all stressed out. Now look at me. I'm leaning back. I'm comfortable now.
If you haven't watched the digest about that, please do. It was insanely helpful for the brokers. The question: artificial intelligence
Okay.
chatbot
Yeah.
developed by OpenAI and launched
yeah.
on November 30th, 2022.
It's an early adopter, ChatGPT. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that one I'm good with.
Yeah, the platform, the artificial intelligence that we cannot live without right now.
Yeah, it's everything.
Could you please share some characteristics of Generation X that mortgage brokers should be aware of?
Sure. Well, first of all, Generation X is, I think, the largest demographic of mortgage brokers. So they, it should be one that they can relate to. But generally, Generation X, again, don't speak for the entire generation, but for my end of that spectrum, very informed. Don't want to be told a story, but be able to do independent research and validate whatever is being told to them. So, we're an interesting generation that kind of bridges the gap between kind of a non-digital world and a digital world. So we're still, we still want to look at things in print, but then we still want to access technology and feel like we're young and, dialed into technology. So it's an interesting bridge between generations.
So just to wrap up a little bit of the question, so what you're saying, those people from that generation, they show up to the broker with their knowledge already. So they do the research before and they are pretty straightforward. They're like, I do this, I want this.
Yeah, generally speaking, it can be problematic in the mortgage business because a lot of times Gen X come in, thinking they know what's going on when they may not. There may be some misinformation based on past history or past research and information, stuff like that. So it can definitely be problematic, but we are a generation that will fact check and look things up and, don't tell me a story. Show me where to find the resources and I'll search out the information.
How do these characteristics influence Gen X's approach to home buying and mortgage in general?
Yeah, like I said, we are definitely a generation, and we're not the only one, but we're definitely a generation that does a lot of research and fact checking. It's not uncommon for this generation to look at a lot of sources of information. So, that it's great for a mortgage brokering business where Gen Xers want to have the ability to search out multiple lenders. So a perfect kind of fit generation to business. So I think there's a good match there again.
I'm sure there are some like common misconceptions, right, about the home
100%.
ownership that Gen Z actually might have, right?
Yes.
Could we go through it?
Yeah, so part of that kind of being a little bit what we talked about before. So part of that kind of being between two generations is kind of our work into a digital world. So our work on the internet can lead us to be, maybe read some information and believe information that may not always be true because we just want to trust that the technology will get us there or whatever. So based on first stories from our parents and that kind of thing, and then the research we get online. So some of the information out there obviously is inaccurate or catered to what that particular lender may do. So things like minimum down payment requirements, what kind of credit score is required. We're a generation that needs more education on that.
Effective strategies, because like each broker have to have each strategy for each generation, right? What are the strategy for the generation X?
Again, it's that trust but verify thing, right? So for me personally, don't tell me a story, don't tell me how things are. Give me the story, but then give me the feedback and the documentation so that I can search it out. That will give me the level of trust that I need. So if I'm communicating to a Gen X borrower, I would let them know, if it's a process, how the process should go, but then I would provide them with some documentation or some evidence to show that that's the way things should work.
I'm sure you believe that Generation X is familiar with the internet right now.
We are.
How do you think marketing in the internet, like how marketing for brokers actually could help them?
Certainly we're still, at least me, I'm still a sucker for email marketing. So I'm still that guy.
You guys need like actual mails?
Yeah, and we may be, at least on older social media platforms, we might be like the last generation where some types of social media marketing is still effective. I think younger generations are on different platforms. Facebook, for example, I think younger generations are getting off of that platform if they're still on there. Our generation is still on to some of the original social media platforms. So, like with any generation, finding out where those people are, where they get information is important. So areas like LinkedIn too, but more Facebook, Instagram. I'm not a TikTok guy. I mean, we might be on there, but I would think you're probably better suited to some of the older social media platforms, email marketing. But again, don't tell me a story, don't send me a reel, give me some documentation, give me some evidence, and that helps me in the decision. I mean, I don't even do newspapers, but maybe younger in the generation or earlier into that generation, perhaps, but certainly still more digital, and that's where the resources are. But again, like we said, with any generation, it's finding the platform that's going to connect to that generation, and presenting a program and a format that suits that generation. And again, can't speak for the entire generation, but for me, it's documentation and evidence, not just flashy video. But give me some feedback, give me some links, give me something behind that so I can do some research. That gets me comfortable.
Do you think that Generation X gonna dive more into the investment properties, or
I think you have a mixed bag there, right? So we're also, at least again on the later end of Gen X, we're also the generation that bought our first homes right before the mortgage crash. So again, later to 1980 that you get borrowers in that kind of mid 70s to early 80s probably bought their first home in the early 2000s to right before the crash. So there may be some hesitancy in that generation to get back into that situation if they had to short sale homes or do something like that. So there may be some hesitancy there. At the same time, we've spent a lot of time in kind of a more modern real estate market. So you might have some more people that are going after investment properties. But I tend to see like short-term rentals and that kind of thing are starting to go on younger generations. And we may be more, somewhere in between there.
All right, sounds good. I feel like now the viewers will understand how to approach the Generation Z in the mortgage.
X,
I'm sorry, right.
We don't talk about Z here.
Yeah, that's going to be the next episode. Michael, From this digest, I definitely understood that I have to do my own research.
There you go.
Please give me the questions.
I'll leave these with you.
Please leave them so I can do the research. I have to do the homework on the weekend. Thank you for joining us again. As always, it's a pleasure.
There we go.
Thank you. I hope I'm going to see you soon.
Always. Anytime you need me.
Thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.
Thanks a lot. Next time.
To our viewers, we hope today's episode has given you a deeper understanding of their unique demographic and how to cater to their specific home buying needs. This was Nikita with A&D Mortgage, bringing you the latest trends and insights from the mortgage industry. Don't forget to subscribe for more episodes, and we'll see you next time.